Now we are discussing about the paramagnetic substances. Okay. The origin of paramagnetic substance is due to unpaired electrons in atoms. In diamagnetism it is due to the paired electrons, but in paramagnetism it is due to the unpaired electrons. Okay. Now the atom of paramagnetic substance possesses magnetic dipole moment of their own. Means the atoms in the paramagnetic substance are like this. They have their own magnetic moment. Each and everyone have their own magnetic moment. But overall, if you see, due to the random motion of all these magnetic moments, due to thermal agitation, the net magnetic moment is 0. In the absence of external magnetic field, the net magnetic moment is 0 due to the thermal agitation or random motion of all the magnetic atoms. The atoms in the paramagnetic substance. Now, if you apply an external magnetic field, then these atoms are try to align in the direction of the external magnetic field. See, certain atoms are in the direction of external magnetic field. So, a paramagnetic substance placed in the external magnetic field, it gets feeble magnetism in the direction of external magnetic field. Feeble means lesser magnetism in the direction of the external magnetic field. In diamagnetic materials, it is also have the feeble magnetism in opposite direction of external magnetic field, but here in the direction of external magnetic field. Understand? So here the net magnetic moment is not equal to 0 in the presence of external magnetic field. In the absence of external magnetic field, net magnetic moment is 0. Okay. Now let us see the properties of the paramagnetic substance. The first property. Let us consider a paramagnetic substance which is placed in the external magnetic field. Okay. Whenever we are placing a paramagnetic substance within the external magnetic field, then the magnetic field lines are attracted by this paramagnetic material. Okay. So, within the paramagnetic substance, we said the induced magnetic field in the direction of external magnetic field. So, the direction of magnetic moment is always from south to north inside the magnet. So, inside the magnet we have the south to north now. So, in the direction it will be there. And let us see these magnetic field lines attracted by it now. So, they becomes more dense in material. They becomes more dense in the material. Understand? Now, clearly here, Bm is greater than B naught now. So, Bm by B naught greater than 1. Bm nothing but mu h. B naught nothing but mu naught h, that is greater than 1. Now h are cancelled here. Mu by mu naught is nothing but relative permeability. So relative permeability for paramagnetic substance is greater than 1. And we know that the relation between the relative permeability with the magnetic susceptibility is mu r is equal to 1 plus chi m na. If mu r value is greater than 1, if 1 will be taken this side, then chi m is positive and low for paramagnetic substance. Why low? Because it is feebly magnetized. Due to that, its value is low. Now, chi m formula I by h. So I by h is positive here. That indicates I directly proportional to h now. I directly proportional to h means if you draw a graph between the I and h, it is a straight line passing through the origin. Understand? And the most important thing, chi m value, susceptibility of paramagnetic substance is dependent on temperature. Okay? Here, chi m is inversely proportional to the absolute temperature. Temperature in kelvins you should keep in mind. So, chi m is equal to C by T. Here C is called as Curie's constant. C called as Curie constant. Now, if you draw a graph between the chi m and T, these are inversely proportional now. So the graph is a rectangular hyperbola, and if you draw the graph between the 1 by chi and T, then it is a straight line passing through the origin. Okay, so these are some basic properties of paramagnetic substance. The first one, within the external magnetic field, if you place a paramagnetic substance, then magnetic field lines are attracted by the paramagnetic substance and becomes more dense. Relative permeability value is greater than 1. Susceptibility is positive and low, and susceptibilities depend on temperature. Clear? Note it down. If you take a paramagnetic rod, let's suppose it is a paramagnetic rod. This is suspended freely. Okay, now it is comes to rest. Now if it is placed within the external magnetic field, then it is aligned in the direction of the external magnetic field. Okay, previously for diamagnetic material, its axis is aligned in perpendicular to the magnetic field, but for paramagnetic material, its axis lie in the direction of the magnetic field. That means the paramagnetic rod will comes to rest in this way, in the external magnetic field direction. Okay, next let us take certain amount of paramagnetic solution in the U-tube. The level of solution is same in the both sides. Now, one of the limb is placed in the strong magnetic field. For paramagnetic solutions, this level is increases this side, and here the level will be false. Okay, the limb which is placed in the external magnetic field, the level will be rises here. Okay, the next one, in the non-uniform magnetic field, if the distance between the two poles is less, now a paramagnetic powder is taken in the watch glass and placed on the two poles, then in paramagnetic materials it is moves from weaker part to stronger part of the field. If the distance is less, we said at middle the magnetic field is more. So weaker part to stronger part means the paramagnetic powder will be appears like this. Okay, this is the powder will be appears like this. If the distance is more, the separation between the two poles is more in the non-uniform magnetic field. Okay, now what happens? We said the magnetic field is more here. At the nearer to the poles, the magnetic field is more. So weaker part to the stronger part means the paramagnetic powder will be appears like this. Understand? And the examples for paramagnetic substances are aluminum, sodium, calcium, oxygen at STP, and so on. These are the properties of the paramagnetic substance. Okay. Now the last one is ferromagnetic substance. This ferromagnetic substance is proposed by the Weiss. Weiss proposed a theory called as domain theory for ferromagnetism. Okay, due to the spinning of electrons in one atom interacts with another atom, the ferromagnetic substance is divided into number of smaller parts. Each region is called as domain. Okay, it's very important. In the ferromagnetic materials, the entire material is divided into the number of domains. Okay, each and every domain is contains about 10 power 11 atoms. Every domain contains about 10 power 11 atoms. And in these domains, what happens? All the atoms present in each domain whose magnetic axes are aligned in the same direction. That means all are having the magnetic axis in the same direction. But adjacent one also having all atoms in same direction, but it exhibits the different magnetic moment. And here like this, and here it is like this. So what happens here? The magnetic moment due to the one domain is nullified by the magnetic moments of the other domains. So in the absence of external magnetic field, the net magnetic moment is again 0. In the absence of external magnetic field, the net magnetic moment is 0 because the magnetic moment produced by one domain is nullified by the another one. So simply we draw the diagram like this. If suppose the entire material is divided into the 4 parts, so the magnetic moment due to this domain is nullified by this one. The magnetic moment developed by this domain nullified by this one. Okay, so in the absence of external magnetic field, B naught is 0, the net magnetic moment is 0. Now, whenever you are placing this type of ferromagnetic substance within the external magnetic field, so in the presence of external magnetic field, I applied a magnetic field in this direction. Then, if the magnetic field value is less, then all the domains are displaced. See, here the domains are displacing their boundaries in the direction of magnetic field. That means here all are in the same direction, but during this portion they are in the different way. This method is called as displacement of boundaries of domains. Okay, let us see one more time. If the B naught value is less, that means weaker magnetic field, the domains are displaced, okay, their boundaries in the direction of the external magnetic field. Okay, so what happens in the direction of magnetic field, most of the domains are aligned, very few domains are not aligned in the direction of external magnetic field. Okay, now if the magnetic field is strong, if it is less, it will be happens. If the field is strong, then all the domains are rotating in the direction of the external magnetic field. So here what happens? Rotation of domains will be takes place if B naught is strong. If the magnetic field is strong, then due to rotation of domains, all the domains aligned in the direction of external magnetic field. Here B naught is less, only few domains are aligned in the direction of external magnetic field by the method called displacement of boundaries of domains. Understand? So this is proposed by the Weiss, and this theory is called as domain theory. Now let us see the properties of the ferromagnetic substance. The first property is these are strongly attracted by magnets. Okay, the most important thing, these are strongly attracted by the magnets. Paramagnetic materials are feebly attracted. Diamagnetic materials are feebly repelled. But ferromagnetic materials are strongly attracted. That's why it exhibits all the properties of paramagnetic substance with more intense. Understand? So the major difference between the ferromagnetic material and paramagnetic material is about the intensity of magnetization. Here the intensity of magnetization is very large and is changes non-linearly with magnetizing field or with temperature. Okay, that means if you draw the graph between the intensity of magnetization and magnetizing field, the graph is coming in non-linear way. Let us see from the diagram. It has a constant value now. This is called IS. What is IS? IS is called as saturation magnetization. Okay, this is the one of important word. The meaning of saturation magnetization is all the domains are aligned in the direction of external magnetic field. At that position, we got the IS value. Now, if you draw the graph between the I and T, intensity and temperature, then the graph will be coming in this way. This is again IS and this temperature is called Tc. Okay. Here the relation between the magnetic susceptibility and temperature, it is in a complex way. The relation is C dash by T minus Tc. It's a very important for the competitive examinations. The magnetic susceptibility relates with temperature is C dash by T minus Tc. Here C dash is a constant only. Okay, but Tc is the important one. Tc is called as Curie temperature. Okay, what is Tc? Curie temperature. If a ferromagnetic substance is heated, then at particular temperature called Curie temperature, ferromagnetic material becomes into the paramagnetic material. What happens? If you heated the ferromagnetic substance at Curie temperature, the ferromagnetic material is converted into the paramagnetic substance. So, if you draw the graph between the I and temperature T, susceptibility and temperature T, then after Tc, it is a straight line. It is similar to the paramagnetic substance. After Tc, it exhibits the properties like paramagnetic substance. Okay, if you draw the graph between chi m and T, then it is a rectangular hyperbola. Na? After the critical temperature or the Curie temperature, it is comes like rectangular hyperbola. After Tc only, it exhibits the paramagnetic properties. Before Tc, it exhibits the ferromagnetic properties. Understand? These are the major difference between the paramagnetic substance and ferromagnetic substance. All the properties of ferromagnetic substance are similar to paramagnetic substance with more intense. The only major variation is here I is very large and changes non-linearly with the magnetizing field and temperature. Understand? And the examples for ferromagnetic substance are iron, nickel, cobalt, and alnico. It is one of the material combination of the material. Okay, this is about the ferromagnetism. Understand? Thank you.